Thank you for tuning in to another edition of the pre-market Pulsescan for trading today, Wednesday, December the 13th, 2017. Need to address a few things before we jump into today's video. There appears to be some confusion with business affiliations on the web, on YouTube, or what have you. It should be noted that I am a sole proprietor. I am not economically incentivized or connected with any other YouTube channel or personality. All right, so I wanted to put that out there. I cannot vouch nor verify other people on YouTube who claim to do similar things to what I am doing. The only other licensed professionals that either I know personally or know of and have mentioned in some of my videos, or does not mean that I'm affiliated with them professionally or in a business situation, because I am not. There are a few people that I have followed on YouTube and have great respect for. Others, I don't know them and I cannot vouch for them. Please do not ask me to vouch for people that I do not know, because I don't know them. The only people that I know, meaning I know them personally or have followed their work for some time, that operate in the finance space like I do, is very limited. For the sake of this video, I will mention those names. The people that I know, meaning I know their work or I know them personally, are as follows. Oscar Carboni over at the Omni Trading. All right, I know him personally. I have spoken with this man. All right, we worked on Wall Street around the same time. When when I was doing my thing, he was on the floor clearing paper for a very large firm that was my clearing firm. All right, so we have similar war stories. He was there during the cocoa futures debacle. We talk about that all the time. All right, from time to time I go and I chill with him and hang out with him in his trading room, peek my head in and say what's up, kind of thing. We have great respect for each other. All right, good guy. All right, but what he offers is totally different than what I'm offering. All right, so that's number one. The second person I know of on YouTube is Ira Epstein. You heard me talk about him. He is an OG, a triple OG in the commodity futures world. Okay, for those of you who do not know anything about that, that's why I mentioned his name. He's a triple OG. All right, he's one of the first names I heard when I came into the business many, many moons ago. All right, triple OG. All right, he's a broker's broker. You heard me. Let's see, who else have I mentioned? Oh, and again, no affiliations whatsoever. I do not know him personally. I just know of his name, his reputation, and his work. The other, let's see, who else do I know? Have respect for on YouTube. What's that guy? He is so hilarious, man. But I know of him. He's a real person. He was licensed to work professionally in the business, and that his name is eluding me at the moment. I'm drawing a blank. Oh, Hit the Bid. The guy over at Hit the Bid. Yes, the guy over at Hit the Bid. Cool dude. Been on YouTube for a minute. Don't know him personally, but I know of his reputation and I know of his work, and he's legit. Other than that, that's it. I don't know of any other people on the internet, on YouTube whatsoever, personally, or have followed their work. All right, and the last guy I mentioned, his name eludes me. I just know him as Hit the Bid. Don't know him personally. Never spoke to him. Just followed his stuff on YouTube. That's about it. But that's it. I have no affiliations with any of the people I just mentioned. I just know them. I got respect for them and their work. That's it. Okay. People who people have been putting me with other people as well, and I don't know them. JSnip4, you heard me mention him. I followed him on YouTube for some time. I have great respect for his research, that he does, and he puts out his videos, his news videos. Very informative. However, I know him not to be a licensed professional in the finance world. He does, to my knowledge, he does not hold a financial license, nor has he ever worked on Wall Street in any capacity. When I say work on Wall Street, that is a broad term. You don't have to physically have worked on Wall Street, got off the train every day and walked past the bull sitting in front of the of the New York Stock Exchange. All right, Wall Street is a big world. All right, it's global. You could have been at a trade desk in Japan. All right, I'm talking about people that I know or have known of personally. He has not held a license. All right, so in that regard, he is not a professional trader. A professional trader is someone who held a license, who's had the proper licensing, passed the appropriate securities exams, worked for legitimate firms, and then you can say you're a Wall Street professional at that point if you worked in a trading capacity. All right, as a professional, you got paid to do that. That was your job. Okay, I can say that because I did that. All right. As far as JSNIP, to my knowledge, no. He did put together a great primer for teaching people how to get involved in cryptos. I thought it was very well done. It's an excellent video, and I highly recommend it to anyone who is looking to get into the crypto space. See, I believe in paying things forward and giving people their props. If you do something great, I'm going to shout it out. I'm going to let people know, hey, dude did good work. So in that regard, that's all I can speak of. But as far as, him being a licensed trading professional, to my knowledge, that has never been the case. And that's just based off his own testimony and his own career paths, things of that nature. Another person that people like to put me with is Gregory Mannarino. I do not really know him personally. I have spoken with him before. I've been on the late, great Charlie McGrath's show with him before, too, back in the day. But I don't know him personally. I cannot vouch for his work. He did claim to have worked on Wall Street, but I have not been able to verify that. You see what I'm saying? All right, here's how this works. If you worked on Wall Street in any kind of trading capacity, your information should be available because it's public domain. If you worked on the equity side, that means you would have what is called a Series 7. And if you had a Series 7 or even a Series 65 working in a mutual fund space, that information is kept at the National Association of Broker-Dealers website. They keep it for 10 years. If you've been out of the game on that side of the pond for more than 10 years, there'll be no way that you can verify that person. All right. However, if you worked in the commodity futures space, that they at the National Futures Association, the NFA, they keep their information on all of their associated persons forever. All right. They don't delete or take none of that off. That's there. All right. I'm there. John Corzine is on there. All right. Everybody who ever worked on that side of the business, their information is public knowledge. You can go to their website, type in the name, and boom, it'll tell you who they worked for, when they worked for them, and in what capacity. That's right. And because I was a principal of one of the firms I worked at, guess what? It's there too. All that stuff is there, guys. Even your jacket is public knowledge, public domain. That means if you had to get your hand slapped a few times because you broke some laws and some rules and regulations, if you were guilty of fraud or any of that stuff, all that stuff is there. All right, even the court filings information, all that stuff with the CFTC, all that, man. I'm serious. It's public domain. You guys can do a little bit of homework and find out for yourself. Anyone who claims on YouTube to be a professional trader should be able to provide you with that information. All right, so you can do your own due diligence. If not, then they're probably not legit. Another thing too is, remember, when there is a frenzy going on, everybody and their mother is a expert on trading. All right, just because you got in at Bitcoin when back in 2011 when it was 11 cents, and now today you're a multimillionaire, does not mean that you are a trader. It means you invested your money in something that paid off. There's a difference. Traders trade the market both long and short every day, every week, every month, multiple financial instruments. All right, that's what real traders do. Okay, we win some, we lose some, but successful traders with robust trading methodologies that can be documented, we trade everything, and we are extremely good in trading a multiplicity of financial instruments. We trade equities, we trade commodity futures, we trade Forex, and yes, we trade cryptos too. That's just how we roll. That's what we do. Okay, so where have all these people been before the whole crypto frenzy hit the market? They weren't talking about nothing. They never showed you their trading prowess. All right, anybody can claim that they did something after the fact. But what about before the fact? Where are their trading videos? Where's their live streaming videos on YouTube? Where are those at? Where they show people of them trading in and out of the market? Where is that at? It's not. It's not there. Where are their market calls? Anyone, like I said, can claim they did something. But you have to be able to demonstrate what you're saying. Prove it. If you're a tight trader, prove it. Prove it to the people. That's all I got to say. Remember, we live in a very connected global society now, so things can be found on the net rather easily. People just need to do their due diligence and learn and be careful who you're following. That's all I'm saying. So there are a lot of people on YouTube who are great journalists. They're great at research and giving you, breaking down the news for you. But trading is a total different ball game. And to be quite honest with you, successful traders are few and far between. All right, that's all. I'm just going to leave it there. I'll let people find out for themselves. I cannot tell if I had a dollar for every time somebody came to me saying they done tried multiple people's services on the internet and then I'm blowing up their accounts. My goodness, man, I will be a zillionaire. All right, don't come to me when it's too late because I can't help you. All right. Once you've blown your nest egg or your inheritance, I can't help you. Don't come to me saying, look, man, I had $1 million. Now I only have $100. Can you help me? No, I can't. All right. So take what I'm saying to you very seriously. All right. Be careful who you follow, who you listen to. And anyone who has a YouTube channel, that means that they have had enough time to establish some kind of track record with them showing you their trading prowess. If they have not, then you need to leave them alone. If they've never worked in a real trading capacity as a professional, meaning they got paid to do that, they got paid to trade, then you should not be listening to them. All right? I'm just keeping it real. All right? If you so hype, then prove it. That's all I'm saying. I'm just going to leave it at that. All right? So to sum it all up, I'm not affiliated with any other entity on YouTube. All right. I don't get paid for what they do. They don't get paid for what I do. As far as other traders on YouTube, I told you I know them not. I mentioned the people that I know or know of, and that's about it. As far as people who trade like I do and do what I do, I don't know of any on YouTube save the two that I told you, Kenny. That's it. Oscar and Kenny over hit the bid. That's it. I don't know nobody else. I can't vouch for nobody. I don't know. All right. So please don't hit me up anymore asking me, what do you think of this person? What do you think of that person? I have no idea because I have not known them to be like a licensed professional or I've never traded with them, never been in their trading room. They ain't been in mine. So I can't tell you nothing. All right, let's move on. I've beat that dead horse enough. As you can see here in the Bitcoin chart, this here is your weekly chart. It's Bitcoin futures. You see where the range has been, fairly wide range, and you can see how the market's consolidating right here a little bit on your left, and really not a whole lot to talk about just yet. Isn't that interesting? Just not a whole lot to talk about. We got to let this thing do what it do, all right? Kind of correcting a little bit, but not really. It looks like it's building a support base to go a lot higher. We'll see. I do know that the Chicago Mercantile Exchange comes online, and I think also the CBOT is going to have a product. It comes online next week, supposedly. That's what I heard. So we'll see. I know the CME's product is going to be superior because the CME has a lot of futures liquidity because of the E-mini S&P and all that stuff. All right. So anyway, that's where you are with that. Right now, you can see I want to go right to GBTC. It closed down 160 bucks after being up almost $500 yesterday. See the volatility in that thing? This GBTC is an excellent product. It's just that you have to understand the limitations, that you cannot trade it, and there's no extended hours, there's no pre-market trading. It's an over-the-counter pink sheet type of a play. So you're only able to do what you do with it during the daytime hours. After that, you gotta be out by 4 o'clock, unless you're gonna hold it overnight and assume that exorbitant risk. And the overnight market, the Dow is up 8, Nasdaq's up 5, E-mini S&P is up just shy of a point. Sorry, down a point. The Russell's off a little bit over a point. Gold is up about 60. Silver is up about a nickel. Crude oil up about 32 cents. You can see bonds holding that 152 line off 2 ticks. And you see the euro off a pip. And you see the dollar at the 94 handle. Why is everything so quiet? Because today is FOMC day. And then right after the announcement, Janet Yellen is going to give her final address. All right, so the markets are going to be quiet until that FOMC announcement, and then volatile during her speaking. So we will see how that works. For the most part, though, like I said, not too much to talk about until that happens. The Trump tax plan situation is still an ongoing event, so markets will be sensitive to that as it takes shape. Also, in Alabama, they elected a Democratic person, and they've been known to be Republican, so that's shaking up the political world a little bit as the Democratic ideas start to really take into shape into our world. You're seeing that played out every day. Democrats and Republicans are supposedly at war with each other. And the sad thing about it is there actually is infighting within the elite. And that's something that I brought to you many years ago. Back with the late, great Charlie McGrath, we talked about this. And that's something that has been ongoing since then. It has not ceased, and you can see that. There is great infighting. We'll see who wins. Still too early to tell. All right, so with that said, come take advantage of the 7-day free trial. You get access to the Learning Academy, the study course, one-on-one coaching with yours truly. And even though I don't make videos every day, I could, bragging and boasting on the power of the pulse waves and how if you trade cryptos, you would have made a killing using the pulse wave system. I could have easily done that. But why? Why bother? Come see for yourself. I'd rather you toot the horn for me. PulseWaveTrading.com. And remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. Oh, and by the way, trading room, you should already know this. Absolutely no trading today until after the dust settles with this FOMC, because you do not know what surprises could be in store. And with the recent volatility as marked by the crypto space, you don't want to see that come into the equity space. If it does, it could blow your head completely off your shoulders. Don't let that happen to you. Be chill. Peace.